expensive, right? Most expensive knowledge in the universe is ignorance. Ignorance is the most expensive knowledge in the universe. Call from area code 470. You're on live with the business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Jason, this is Joe calling from Nashville.
All right, Joe from Nashville. What's on your mind?
Hey, so this is a very interesting conversation. What topic you brought up tonight, it was just a conversation I was having for about 3 hours yesterday with some women in Atlanta. And one thing I will say is that, you know, the professional women that I've dated or that I know, you know, their sisters or cousins or whatever, you know, there's consultants, like you said, they're lawyers. And to hear that amount of debt that they have, 150,000, 200,000, that even when they're making, you know, 130, 40, 50 on up, you know, they got these $500,000 homes. A few of them are single mothers, you know, on this whole Boss Bay vibe, you know, driving around in a Mercedes. And so when I really sat back and thought about it, I'm like, these women are in their 30s out the gate with hundreds of thousands of dollars and debt, student loan debt aside. That's at least another 80 to 100 something thousand dollars. And that's just for their graduate degrees. It's not including their undergrad. You had undergrads at probably $150,000 of student loan debt. So, you know, I definitely applaud the sisters for being educated and things like that. But we do have to kind of analyze the situation to see, you know, what can we do to maybe shave off that debt so that we can move forward better as a community. And I'll also say this kind of with your last caller, the best thing my dad actually did for me was my freshman year in college. I said, yo, Dad, I want to be a teacher. Some of his fraternity brothers were teachers or principals. And I said, hey, I think I want to go into education. He looked at me and said, do you want to have a family? I said, yeah, of course. My wife will get it. You know, she'll, she'll understand that, you know, money's not that important. And my dad looked me square in the face and said, you're not going to be a teacher. And he was very adamant about it. No joking. All like, no, you're not going to be a teacher.
At least so he was paying that much attention. At least he was paying that much attention when he was in school. At least he was.
Oh, big time, big time. It led me to my internship at Pfizer, coming out of school, making six figures off the bat. And if it wasn't for him steering me down that road, I look back now and I thought he was being like a total jerk. Even my mom thought he was being a jerk.
Because you were young.
Back at it now, and I'm like,
now the killing part about that is because you were young. Problem, your mama wasn't young. Now there's the real issue. You were young. You don't understand. See, there's a reason why we instruct children and we instruct young people. We don't sit up here and argue with them. We instruct them because you don't know. If you knew, you'd already be there.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew, you'd already have it. We don't. We look. You don't understand. Let's go a whole lot faster. We take care of that. So you're too young to be having that kind of discussion. You don't even know what the odds are, what the situation is. The adults are supposed to be more understanding. And the problem comes when you have adults who are not more understanding. That's where the problem comes in. So I'm okay with the fact that you were not okay with what your dad was saying. It's like, our dad's raining on my parade. Why won't he let me be great? Okay, I get that. Mom, on the other hand, now that I got a problem with. This idea, that's what I meant by being popular. Mom's trying to be popular with the son and, oh, well, whatever you want to do, Junior, as opposed to what is in this little nigga's best interest. Do you know how many females, I mean, you've been to big cities. Do you know how many females out there? Hey, I'm on Instagram. Why don't you let me go ahead and swing my butt cheeks on the pole? It's fun for me. Look, there's a whole group of us out here. Everybody doing it. A father's supposed to step in and my daughter ain't going to be with him. My daughter is not going to be with him. You going to nursing class. You going to engineering. You going to accounting. Yeah. I'm expressing myself. You can express yourself on the first day of school in accounting school. That's where you can express yourself at. I want to do. No. This isn't an election. There's where we get into trouble. This isn't an election. You don't let your children's future be up for a vote, man. Your children's future shouldn't be up for no damn vote. Grown ass people got their kids' future up for a vote. Think about that for a few moments. Their future is up for a vote.
And I'll say this final thing, Jason, really quick, is that the one thing I appreciated even from that I didn't really grasp until I got onto the real world. My parents were very traditional. So I would say that my mom wasn't going to fight my dad if he said, no, that's it. That's it. What I find in more modern is trying to have it convince women that you're dating, like, hey, I'm telling you, this is the best decision. That you have to be more rational about it and practical about things rather than emotional spending, emotionally going into debt, emotionally just getting degrees because it's the cool thing to do. Just say, I have this degree behind my name. For instance, I'm happy that I held off on getting an MBA because the company I'm with now was like, we'll pay for you to get an MBA from a top 25 school. They're like, we'll give you, we'll pay for it for you. So had I done that on my own, I'd be $80,000 in debt. And my dad just said, hey, wait till you go to a company, they'll pay for it. Or a different company, they'll pay for it. So just having those type of things.
Just having an older person who's been there, done that, and knows the ropes. That's the fast track. That is the fast track. That is the cheat code. That's the cheat code. Somebody who been there, done that, knows it. Say, hey, let me steer you around all these red herrings over here. This is the way you need to be going. Because this is the way your white counterparts are going. Let me go ahead and show you how to get over here. All the rest of that's wasting your time. All the rest of that's wasting your time. That's where you want to be at, man. That's where you want to be at. And we need young folk who can depend on people to give them reliable information, not what they want to hear. You want to hear that you can go take their R&B course at Brown University and go get a record deal. Man, if you don't get your ass over here and get something practical, you can study for your rap career on the weekends. They don't, and you're not going to want to hear that. It's like, hey, look, this is what's practical. I'm not telling you have to give up on that. I'm saying we need to have something practical in here. So just in case Dr. Dre don't call you, just in case Dre doesn't call you, I'm sure he will, but just in case he doesn't, let's get you a skill that you can actually use while Dre gets ready to go ahead and call you up. Let's get a skill you can use. I'll let you have the last word.
Well, no, like I said, it's amazing. I'm really sincerely telling you that your topics are so on point and they're so timely because this is real life education. And this is what's going on in the world. These are the conversations that the street is having. So you're really just taking the information that's going on out in the street and broadcasting it out first. And so it keeps us all, I wouldn't even say it keeps us up to date. It keeps us ahead of schedule. So I appreciate you and keep up doing the great work.
Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Please do give us a call again. We've been on here for a minute here tonight. That was one.